Dane Swan from Collingwood. At 34 votes, that's the highest number of votes in the 3-2-1 system. So congratulations, fantastic effort.
We don't need these tonight, do we?
No, I'll save them for Saturday night.
Good on you. A busy week just got a bit busier for you, I think, Dane.
Yeah, no doubt, mate. Certainly didn't come with any intentions of winning, but somehow managed to pull it off. And now I suppose I'll be a bit busy tonight and tomorrow morning, but hopefully that doesn't take the focus off Saturday Arvo.
Dane, you were a favourite last year, and I'm not sure if you relished being a favourite for the Brownlow medal with all that attention, and tonight you felt a little bit more relaxed coming here?
Yeah, well, clearly being the favourite doesn't help last year and tonight. So, but last year it took a little bit out of me. It was a bit draining with all the external pressure. But like I said, tonight has come along. Hopefully enjoyed. And, little Pendles and Juddy were going to go close, but somehow I've managed to pinch a few votes off them, and here I stand.
Go back to last Friday night for a moment. I mean, was there a time during that second half you thought, gee, we mightn't get to the big granny?
Yeah, there's no doubt, mate. And I think it's been said when Buddy kicked that goal, he kicks goals late all the time. But to do that against us, thoughts are going through my head, well, it's just not our time. But somehow we found a way to win. We know we didn't deserve to win, but we found a way, and, we're there next Saturday.
Dane, there were some amazing reactions after the match. I mean, on the field, I think Nick was quoted as saying, it's probably the greatest win of this group almost, better than the grand final in some ways. But the reaction of your president, Eddie, and also particularly your coach, Michael Malthouse, they were amazing scenes, weren't they? Yeah,
they were awesome. I've seen the footage of Mick, and I think that just shows how much he cares about the playing group and how much he loves coaching us. And, we all felt that way. And, it's just, we didn't deserve to win, and, how we got back and won it, it's just, everyone was pumped and super excited. But then, that excitement goes away pretty quickly because, the job's not done, and we face a tremendous Geelong side this Saturday, and we're going to have to be at our best, which we haven't been for a while, to beat them. Well,
you've got a great coach in waiting, a fellow Brownlow medalist, I can say now, Nathan Buckley. But what about Mick this week? I know that, a grand final overcomes all other things, but it is his last week. Do you feel that there'll be even a slightly different vibe at the club? Because you have talked about your affection for him and what he's meant to you guys.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a different vibe at the club. I think, everything will be solely focused on winning the grand final. But, in the back of our heads, to do it for Mick, who won't be coaching again. He said he'll never coach again. And to send him out on such a fantastic note would be amazing. And, it's the only AFL coach I've ever had, and he's moulded me into the player I am today. So, whether you like the way I play or you don't, you've got him to thank for it. So, he's been awesome for my career, and it'll be sad to see him go. But like we said, we've got a new chapter in Nathan who's going to be just as good for us, and hopefully he can take us just as far.
Tell us a bit about your parents. Dee, your mum, is it Dee? Yeah. I think you banned her a couple of years ago from talking about the Brownlow when you were when you were the favourite. Is it?
Yeah. Mum loves it. Mum loves the fashion more than the football side. She wouldn't know if I had a kick all year, but Dad's more into it, and I certainly didn't get my genes from my mum. She can't play sport to save herself, but Dad's the one. But they've both been fantastic to support me ever since I was a kid, and Mum and Dad both come watch me play and travel to watch me play and did everything humanly possible for me. So I owe them a great deal.
I used to call the VFA with Eddie in the old days, and it shows you how old I'm getting, Eddie, not you, but your dad was playing. The two teams that he played for played in the grand final yesterday, didn't they?
Absolutely. I think he went along, and I'm not exactly sure he was going for, but he played for both of
them. Taylor, who looks gorgeous tonight. Where did you guys meet?
We met in a bar, actually, funnily enough. Unlike me, but she was actually visiting out from the States, and just happened to run into her in a bar and couldn't get rid of her. She's here 4 years later.
So she's been a hard tag, has she?
Yeah, it's the hardest one I've had. So, but it's been fantastic, yeah. It's been great.
Well, she looks beautiful at the end of the night, doesn't she?
She always does.
She's a good support?
Yeah, no, she's good. Yeah, she's lovely. She doesn't know a hell of a lot about footy, but comes along when she wants and just is there to support me whether I play bad or play well. It's been great.
Speaking of America, I've got to ask you about Arizona. You guys went as a collective group, and I know you use the altitude room a lot, Dane, at the club. But were you reluctant to go? Just tell us, and what happened over there?
I'm going to go back next year. That's a certainty, middle of the year now. What happened over there? Well, I was a bit reluctant to go at first because, we're paid to play footy and I hate missing games, but they just thought it'd be best for me. They thought David Butterfin and Mick, who we have the utmost faith in. We regard Butters as, the best sports science guy in the world, and he sort of promised me that I'd get the benefits in the last half of the year. So, and then my body was a little bit sore, but I was still playing, so I had no excuses for the way I was going. But I decided that would be the best thing for me. So I went over there, and we didn't train 10 hours a day. We trained pretty much like a normal schedule in the morning, and weights in the arvo, and maybe a little bit of conditioning at night. But we had a little bit of spare time to get some sun in our back. But it was just a great time to freshen up and get away from the fishbowl that's Melbourne, and not have to worry too much about footy, and just go over there with 3 other guys and just train pretty hard and just get away. And I freshened up really well, and I've felt great ever since I've been back.
Do you know, Dane, you polled in 9 of the next 10 games when you came back?
No, I didn't. Thanks for that. It was great.
You know I like a stat.
Absolutely.
Mick tonight talked about Andrew Cracker, and Leon's here tonight too. Leon Davis, Chris Tarrant. They're 3 guys that I think of that weren't in the premiership team last year. Leon's had a remarkable year, All-Australian this year. Crack, we know. I just want to ask you about Chris Tarrant a bit. Were you in his bridal party?
Yeah, got in there.
Tell us about Chris.
Obviously, I come to the footy club when Taz was a key forward, and we became pretty close, and he was a star then, and he just kind of lost his way a little bit, just fell out of form. And I think the best thing for the footy club and him was to go play his footy somewhere else. And I think he even said, they've asked him, he's disappointed that he wasn't here for the flag last year, and I think he kind of said, well, he wouldn't have been still playing footy if he had been at Collingwood. And I still kept in close contact when he was in Perth, and for him, for the way he changed his life around and the way he changed his footy around, went down back, and he used to be a glamour boy up forward. Now he's just all he does is spoil down back. He's been an awesome effort, and I am one of his best mates, and I'd love for him to get that same feeling that I had last grand final day. I'd love to get it for him this Saturday.
I know that his dad's been struggling. It's been a battle for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. He's been, not that he'd let it show. He's been, fantastic at the footy club, and when he's had time away, he's certainly got back there, and he's made the most of the time he's got with his dad. And it's one of the sides you probably don't know about Chris, how caring he is and how family orientated he is. And he's been going through a very tough time, and you probably can't understand how tough he's been going. But I think he was awesome on Buddy on Friday night, and for him to keep his sort of mental strength and play the way he's been playing, it's been fantastic for him.
One of your coaches has told me this year, Dane, that you love playing against the Hawks, you love playing against the Saints, and you love playing against the Cats. You don't mind standing lingy. I mean, is that something that you do thrive on, that challenge of it? And I'm thinking, Jones is a great tagger, and you get a tough guy from Hawthorn, obviously, but Ling has been somebody that we've associated with you a bit, haven't we?
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm sure we'll line up against each other on Saturday, and we've had some good battles. He's won a few, and I've been lucky to win a few, but I suppose that all goes out the window now. Hopefully, I can overshadow him this Saturday, but. You love playing against the best sides and pitting yourself against the best opposition. And I think everyone knows Cameron Ling's probably the best tagger in the game. And, hopefully, I get a couple of kicks Saturday and do my part in a Collingwood win.
Just a couple more. I mean, the last 3 or 4 weeks, it hasn't quite been the stellar Collingwood. You've had this remarkable season. You've broken all the records. Can you put your finger on it?
No, I can't, mate. It's something we've tried to rectify. And, but like good sides do, we keep winning. We got flogged in round 24, and Geelong were awesome, and we just had no answer for them. But West Coast came out with enormous pressure, and they were amazing, and they finished 4th for a reason. They showed us, and then we know how good Hawthorn are. But like good sides do, we find a way to win, and we could have went down by Hawthorn, and no one would have probably said much because how good they were. But we dug deep and found a way. So here we are.
Can I ask you one ridiculous question?
I love it.
Mick or Eddie, who'd be more likely to get the first tat if you win on Saturday night? Who would you back in?
The first tat, Eddie. Oh, Eddie's more of a chance than Mick, I think. Yeah.
No worries. It's been 75 years since Collingwood won back-to-back premierships. I mean, it could be, and with Michael's final match, it could be one of the greatest days in the history of the most famous football club of them all.
I certainly hope so, mate. To go back-to-back is an astounding achievement, and only great clubs do it, and if we're lucky enough to do it, we'll go down in history of the Collingwood Footy Club. So, we're going to give it our best shot, but like I said, we've got to unbelievable Geelong side is standing in our way, and you know, if they'd like to give it to us, we'll take it, but I'm sure that's not going to happen. And so it's going to be a tough day Saturday, but hopefully we can come out on top.
Here's a challenge for Eddie. Told me earlier tonight that the last Collingwood player to win the Brownlow medal, to win the premiership in the 1 year, was Harry Collier in 1930.
I don't know who that is.
No, not a. Dane, is there anyone that you would?
Oh yeah, we'll give it a go. All right. I certainly didn't prepare anything, so we'll see how we go. If I've forgotten anyone, I certainly apologise. Obviously to the footy club, to start with, for drafting me and then sticking with me for 10 years now. You know, they've been fantastic, and there's not another club I'd rather play for. All the coaching staff, Daddy and the board, for supporting me through all my ups and downs. Walshy, been fantastic. My family and my friends who are there supporting me no matter how I play, and I'm sure Mum and Dad will be, and the rest of the family will be over the moon. Michael Downey texted me today and said if you win, mention him, so there's your mention. My sister, you know, she doesn't come to many games. When she comes, she's in the bar most of the time, but thank you for coming. Yeah, my lovely girlfriend Taylor, for the last 4 years, ever since she's been here, my footy's gone up, so something must be going right, so thank you very much. Who else can I thank? All the umpires for giving me your vote. Thank you very much. And to all the other players out there, you know, it's great to play against the best in the competition every week, and you know, it happened to be my turn this year, but I'm sure the other guys will get a go in the coming years. That's about it, I think. So if I've forgotten anyone, I'm sorry, and I'll get round to you at some stage. Thank you very much.
Dane, I reckon. Just two quick things. Between you and Scott Pendlebury, 58 votes. No two players from one club has ever had more than 50 in the 1 year. Scott, it's a great achievement for the two of you. I reckon, mate, when you retire, you can have your own Tonight Show after that.
Okay. Why not, eh? On Life After Footy.
Absolutely. The most votes ever under the 3-2-1 system. I mean, history has been made tonight. We thought about it be made in another way. Dane, you are such a worthy winner. What a magnificent player you are. You showed that again in the second half on Friday night. Our 2011 Brownlow medalist from Collingwood Football Club, Dane Swan.